one.
Amazing.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Astral Calling here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. We hope everyone is doing fantastically tonight. We all are. It's been a good night. And why has it been a good night? Well, because we're about to play some D&D with our friends. But before we do, here are some programming announcements. Tomorrow, Salt and Sorcery. We're doing something. Will it be Solasta? I sure as hell hope so. Then, Sunday, Sunhaven Sunday. Will, Sarah, Aubrey, Emily playing Sunhaven. Pretty par for the course. Speaking of par for the course, so far we're 3 under par for TPKs in the Strength of Thousands AP.
You're saying you want more?
No, we're under par for TPKs right now because unlike a number of other actual players who've had TPKs at a couple other spots, we have not.
In fairness, at least one of those times was due to the mercy of one Matthew Urban.
Yeah, fair. But 2 under par. Either way.
I am a merciful god.
Come see Matt
Yes.
GM. Come see McKenna play Avi Avi. Come see me slowly lose my mind. Then on Wednesday, Wild Ambition. If you like westerns, if you like yeehaws, if you like social encounters, join us for that. We're doing like a big party. Our party's trying to ruin like a big political funding party without actually getting caught ruining
A fundraiser.
A fundraiser.
I'm gonna try to cause problems on purpose.
I am a
Nice.
problem, and soon I will be everyone's problem.
Oh no.
Oh no, Rose is madly typing.
It was
Ah.
joy and positivity, that's all.
Well, speaking of joy and positivity, of course, it is Friday night, so we have the Astral Calling, and it is time for us to introduce our characters and our players, because let's be honest, they're why you're here. We, of course, have everyone's favorite Gobbo grandmother, Maya, playing Hrash. How are you doing tonight, Maya?
I'm doing great. Well, I'm doing super duper great. Turning 31 tomorrow, so there's that. But
Happy
yeah,
birthday.
entropy sinks in. One day closer to Rash.
I remember turning 31.
Oh, Matthew.
Same.
I always forget
one day
that
will remember turning 31.
I always forget that I'm the
Amazing.
youngest person in this call.
Amazing.
You're not. I am.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
You just have so much wisdom in your eyes, McKenna.
I just look so fucking old for my age.
I mean, I was trying to avoid saying that.
I know, Matt. I could hear it in your tone.
Of all the birthdays to remember, I should remember McKenna's off the top of my
Wow.
Perhaps
head. You would
Wow.
think. You would think I'd remember that one.
I wouldn't think that.
Hey.
But that's okay.
Hey, I
Oh
did
my
not I did
goodness.
not miss your birthday at
Well, this
any
is
point while we were
going-
dating.
We're starting spicy tonight.
I am a good smart
You can
person.
tell
You
it's
just
weird,
decided to
yeah,
go
right?
places, apparently.
This is going to be one of those
I'm
nights.
tired and my back hurts, and I'm gonna make that everyone else's problem. See, I am old.
That's true. Can
Am
confirm.
I doing it right?
All right,
Yeah,
let's
100%.
continue on. Next up is everyone's favorite mechanically enhanced man. We have Matt, also known as Urbanov on the internet, playing Darius.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships off the shoulder of Orion. I watched sea beams glitter in the dark near the Tannhauser Gate. All those moments will be lost in time, like tears in rain.
And during
Oh,
that
boy.
entire time, they had Garrosh Hellscream giving them orders in their ear.
I mean, voice actors gotta get work.
Yep. It's one of the selling points for the game for me. Speaking of things that are selling points of this stream, of course, we have Rosalie playing Luna.
I'm a selling point?
You're a selling point. Everyone's a selling point.
Oh, okay.
Rose is a selling point. Maya's a selling point. McKenna's a selling
Yeah.
point. Chad's a selling point. Matt's a selling point. Yeah, it's great.
And Will's here. know you're a selling point too.
The
Only reason all of us are
happened.
here and together is
Compliment
because of
her.
you.
Should we call the cold?
My
Should we
Is
call
it
the
cold
cops?
in the chat tonight? It seems a little cold.
It's
I
heating up
did-
in California, and I think the higher the temperature gets, the angrier everyone around us gets.
brutal.
To be fair, I did kill Evie a couple weeks ago, so I still deserve
You
it.
did.
True.
That's true. That's true. You do deserve it.
Yeah. Moving right along in search of good times and good news. One of the members of the Tabletop Bros stream, we have Chad playing Vim.
Yeah, that's happening.
Yeah.
This
Saturday,
this is
Tabletop Bros.
this is a night, guys. This is a night.
Someone who often makes a night to remember, mostly because of their fantastic character arc and humorous TikToks. We have McKenna playing Evie.
That's me playing Evie, little plasmoid, little artificer, alchemist action. Also, tonight I have new slime. This one is a pale lavender, and it is called Moon Rabbit.
Is slime your... Is
Aw.
slime... McKenna, I'm going to ask you an honest question. Is slime
Sip.
becoming your new dice?
It's just nice to have it on a Zoom call for like focusing purposes.
It's a good fidget.
It's a good
It's
video.
I was gonna
a
say,
really good
fidget.
fidget. I bought one just because I was like, it would be fun to have an Eevee slime since I am playing a slime. I should have a slime because I like having props for all of my characters. And now it has expanded into a small collection. And I don't see a light at the end of this tunnel. I think I'm just going to keep delving deeper into the
Into the
just-
slime?
rabbit hole.
This is just her life now.
McKenna will soon
This
be...
is
You heard it here, folks.
McKenna will
McKenna's
soon
delving
look
into
like
slime.
McKenna will soon look like they did a trivia question wrong on the popular Canadian quiz show. Uh-oh.
Do you think that's a more relatable reference than like the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards?
As a
If you
fellow
were going for,
Canadian,
like,
I'm with
for, like,
McKenna.
for like a slime situation.
No, we had a show in Canada called Uh-oh, where if you like got knocked off the show, you got put into a chamber, and this guy dressed in like leather and chains would come and just dump slime over your head.
How many people
That
were
sounds
arrested
so much
at the end of that show?
worse.
You know what? Canada's kind of fucked up. I'm just gonna like our president has a mugshot circulating on X right now, but that's also bad.
I mean, that's true, and we also leave at a certain age. We leave our family members on ice floes for the polar bears.
I'm
That's
putting
okay. They've got the house hippos to help them.
I'm putting a picture of him into the Discord.
You could tell me
channel.
anything about Canada, and I would believe it.
I'm putting a
have
picture
house
of the
hippos in
Punisher
Canada.
into the
I
Discord.
believe you.
Into the staff Discord if you want to see what they looked like.
They called him the Punisher.
They called him the Punisher.
Oh, that's so embarrassing.
Oh, that dude's definitely
My
a felon.
God. I don't like that at all.
I don't want to know that man's search history.
That dude's got a rap sheet.
Mm,
The Punisher.
uncomfy.
It is a
Uncomfy.
childhood memory. But yeah. So, am I forgetting anything? Let's see. Other announcements. McKenna, when's your podcast coming out? Is that anytime soon?
I don't know.
Okay.
Technically, I don't know if we've announced it yet.
Fair enough.
We may have just let that
Spoilers.
Way to go.
Anyone else have any announcements? Rose, art show.
Oh, yeah, there's an art show coming up. I don't know the date off the top of my head, but I have some
It's
pieces
September
that'll be in there.
20th.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
it's
it's that
September
date.
20th, and I've got a few pieces.
Like that
I'm sure
McKenna knew.
McKenna's probably got a few pieces.
I theoretically might do something for it. We'll see.
Do you not have anything, any stickers or anything that you could?
I mean, I could put my
Maybe-
Ornor stickers at the merch
Ornor.
booth because the merch booth is a free for all.
Gotcha. Well, it's all video game themed, and it'll be again at Player One in North Hollywood. So if you're around, you should go.
They're very fun.
Say hi.
I've done a couple. I've been to a couple. I'm not done. They've been very fun. I think those are all of our announcements, team. Are we ready to get things started?
Yeah.
Let's roll that intro that Matt made and I still love every time I hear it.
I'm looking up a case for it now.
Last time on the Astral Calling, Rash came back. And our party caught up with Rash and their adventures. While in captivity. Learning a little bit more about what the evil cultists were on Matt's homeworld for to find, and the fact that they did find one. As well as what Maya and Rash were up to while the party was doing everything else they did. Let's see. Vimothy went looking for a child, but was unable to find them. No?
Oh.
One syllable. All it needs.
You're actually making it harder than it needs to be.
And I would like to reiterate. I would like to reiterate for last week. Vim was not going to hurt a child.
He was just going to track them down.
You're just going to further traumatize them.
All right, yeah, not physically hurt the child, like.
I was like, I'm pretty sure trauma counts.
Okay, it wasn't gonna physically hurt the child.
God.
It's just gonna give the child things to think about. That's all.
Think about.
Okay, child.
You're already. Who's that
So
poor
luckily that didn't happen.
So luckily that did not happen.
Should have
Who's
happened.
that poor half-orc that Vim traumatized already?
Corley?
Oh, Coralie.
Sweet baby.
Her captain traumatized her.
So that's your story, and you are
The hill you will die on.
Vim never said anything across to her and never, like, made any, like, negative emotions toward her or anything. He just set out parameters to her captain, and her captain decided to talk. That's her captain's fault.
Lord.
And I think other than that, that's basically all that happened last week. We joined our party this week as Darius has just finished the final prayer that they will have session that they will be able to do at the temple as it's time for the party to get going. And I think the next thing that y'all were going to do was figuring out what you wanted to do next. Yes, Darius.
I was going to, before we leave the homeworld, I wanted to make use of my monastery's forge to make Vim that shield.
Right.
Ooh.
Make me a blacksmithing tools check using strength. Nice. Yeah, you go to town at the forge. Hammering, smelting, pouring, hammering, smelting, pouring, until eventually you make a very nice little bug nub compatible shield.
Yep, that's the thing that needed to be described about that.
I mean, it's very important because unless there was some specific mechanism, I mean, he doesn't have fingers. He's got nubs. How's he gonna hold the shield?
No fingies.
I thought it would be more like almost like what is it?
You just pierced a hole through one of the bug nubs, and the shield slides in like a Lego.
I was considering actually
Horrifying.
having a sort of almost like
Like
a
a Lego.
gorget, where it goes around his neck, but then has like a big metal thing in the front.
Like a bib, but
Like an
harder.
upside down bib, an upside down metal bib. Because it would, rather than just lying flat on the chest, it would fit around the neck, but then come up as well.
Wouldn't that
So-
just be like a really
I
big
could
pod
just
piece?
see him with a shield maybe on his back, and he could do the like young Link and Ocarina of Time
I would-
thing where he just hunches
Basically,
down under the
before I
shield.
go,
Give
before
him
I
a
make
turtle
it,
shell.
I would consult with him what he actually wants, because,
Turtle
you know,
shell.
while I don't have a lot of history of
Turtle
making my
pearl.
things for sale, I do, you know, I've got that artist's experience where you have to talk to the client, make sure you make what they want, even if it's not the thing you would recommend.
Well, what type of client is Vim? What does Vim ask
That's-
Darius?
I think the idea would almost be somewhat a combination of ideas presented, but basically it would have to be somewhat strapped to the back, but where he could kind of get one up under and pull it to the side.
Suggestion.
Interesting.
You see Evie in the corner, like brimming with an idea, but not wanting to butt in.
Evie not
I just
really.
kind of like, I try and point with my eyes to her to try and give him the message.
Evie, you're palpitating.
Yes, I am. I have an idea. Have you
Okay.
considered magnets?
Like, as a general theory of how do they work, or like what?
Relatively speaking.
What if we made a glove for Vam that had a magnet on the end of the nub, so that when he reached around for
Nub glove.
nub glove for the shield, it would chunk onto the shield and bring it forward. There could even be a designated slot for the magnet to be received.
As long as I could, like get my
Yeah.
like remove it as well, and not just be stuck there like this.
Yes.
Then
Yeah.
I could see that being useful for some like quick movement,
Precisely.
because we all know I'm about quick movement.
If that's feasible for you, Darius, this is all theoretical. I don't know how practical it is.
I have a feeling I'm going to roll a 16, so I think it'll be okay.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
I don't know,
but
that's
that
Darius
probably
looks,
some-
Darius
probably
looks
some
directly into
mal-
the camera.
It's some that must be some kind of malphrase from this planet or something. I don't know.
Oh, yes.
Like the sacred text, The Office DVD set.
I rolled a 16 too, Darius. I haven't rolled shit. Evie doesn't know what you mean by that.
Not sure what to say to that.
That's all. That was my only suggestion.
Well, I make that.
All right.
All this planning is going to go really well when I turn around and have an actual arm later.
One magnetic bug nub later.
I'm hoping that will actually provide you some sort of like bonus to AC or stat
As long as
something.
it works like a shield does, then that's
Yeah.
fine.
It is a basic shield.
Yeah, that's all I need.
Pumpkin spice variety, you're good.
You know.
Tis the
And also-
season.
That's
I would
right.
also like to say for the record, because I know I sometimes give D&D a lot of guff. I like how D&D does shields better.
Yeah.
You like the fact that they're automatically up. You don't have to like actively.
Yeah,
use them.
I understand why, especially when everything is broken down into actions for PF2, but it's just kind of annoying.
I mean, when you hit level 10 as a champion, shields start to work like D&D.
I doubt a lot of campaigns make it
This
to level
is-
10.
this-
That's like the song of Pathfinder, the ballad of Pathfinder is, well, once you hit level 10, it starts to work like D&D.
This This is why we did that whole stream about
Yeah.
beginner-friendly
This is-
classes and stuff. Like certain
this-
classes are better early on.
This is one of my big problems with Pathfinder.
That's a valid problem to have.
No system is perfect.
No system is
Um,
perfect. D&D uses AI art.
That's not the system. But
That's a little unfair.
yeah, I'm not expecting to have a crazy AC or anything, but 14 felt bad.
Mm-hmm.
What? I could actually hit you, Chad. And that felt
I mean,
bad.
it's not like 16 is going to be terribly hard to hit, but 14 just felt bad.
We'll both be an AC of 16.
All
We'll be
three of us
AC
can
20s.
be.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
AC
Unlike-
triplets! Wow.
Unlike
The
last campaign where
squishies.
Chad had a 22.
Yeah. As he
But
should. as
Darius
he
this
should.
time.
Plus,
21.
plus resistance to all
For
magic.
now.
Actually, yeah, I think next level I get something that gives me a +1 because I'm a Forge Cleric.
Ooh.
Wow, actually, my armor class is not that high. I
I
thought it was
mean-
higher than that. I just double checked. It's at 15.
Barbarian's not traditionally known for having high
Yeah.
AC.
I'm also, again, not worried about
Well, yeah,
that.
I mean, you get more HP and you get resistance to things, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
the resistance to damage while you're raging is big.
I'm a buff granny.
all right. Yeah, I don't think I had any other things before we left.
Alright. Does anyone else have anything that they would want to do?
Making my alchemist satchel.
I have a private and a very heartfelt talk with Nito, wishing her all the best. Though I forgot, is she coming with us and then going off on her own? For
No,
her
she's going to leave. She's going to leave from here.
Okay.
Darius. It seems as though we're going to be away from each other again.
This is going to sound a little strange, but that was the plan.
I know, but she just kind of like runs her hand down the side of your face.
I put my hand on hers and I smile.
I still miss you.
And I, you beloved.
She gives you like a little peck on the cheek. Try not to spend too much time in prayer. The people you travel with are interesting. You should interact with them.
That is
more.
a word for it.
Wow.
Hey, this is a private meeting. This is a private meeting.
This is out of character.
I've got good stealth. You don't know if I'm in the satchel or not.
Yeah, Vim pops out of the saddlebag. Wow.
No.
She just takes your hand, Darius.
Just Vim.
Holds it in both of hers. Just kind of rubs her thumb above the back of it. Just kind of like petting it. We'll be together again soon.
And I am going to spend all of my free time working on some wonderful replacement rings.
Thank you.
I'm going to search the cosmos for a beautiful stone to put in them. Something unique. Just for us.
She smiles at that. She moves in and just gives you one last kiss before leaving you.
I return the kiss. Fade to black.
Oh my god! Not a fade to black.
Mostly just
Darius
no. That was
and
just
Nito have been having their goodbye conversation for a very long time.
actually.
wonder-
That was mostly me just ending the scene.
I wonder if they're praying again.
They do a lot of that.
Yes.
Darius eventually returns to the party. Sans Nito.
Oh, Will, real quick, what was the name of the kid again? Not the bad kid. The one that was the
Feist.
I got
Feist.
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 That's right.
A less evil Faust.
For my records. For my
Yeah,
records of children.
The little one what ain't got no
He
soul
wasn't
no
a-
more, except for they do.
He wasn't a Mao. He was
They
Tabaxi?
were Tabaxi, yes.
They were a Tabaxi, okay.
Little baby.
Oh, bye.
Little Tabaxi.
Little kitty.
So, where do we want to go next?
Let's see what.
Your ship has
Still-
been refueled.
Hold on, let me open the quest log. What do we still have going?
I was say, like, what kind of leads on things do we have? I mean, we still probably need to build up some stuff before we, you know,
You don't
make a
think we're
dragon
ready
hate his
to
life.
face- You don't think we're ready to face them yet?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I think maybe we use a little bit more oomph before we.
You did almost sort of die.
Oh, I didn't sort of die. I did fully die.
No, I know. I just didn't wanna. It makes me sad. So I kind of rewrote it in my mind to where you almost died instead of actually. But the point stands that
Oh,
yeah.
I give Luna a hug. I'm sorry. I did not realize that this would upset you. I'm sorry. I didn't die on purpose.
I know. It is my fault that you died because I
It's
could
not. It's Darius'
protect
fault.
you the way that I promised that I would. I did take an oath to protect you, and then you died. So
Okay, I see, I think the problem, but to that, I would say that you did protect me. It just didn't work all the way.
Wait, so I would like to get better at protecting you before we go
Okay.
fight a dragon.
And you'll have to, you know, you're making your little bag of tricks or something. So you might want to get used to using that. 'Cause we
I
can use
have a
that
new
to inflict
bag.
misery on this dragon.
I will inflict so much misery on him and so much healing on everyone else.
Yeah, as long as we keep it in that order, that'll be good.
Yes,
I have no
inflicting
plans to do it.
healing. Excellent.
I'm also
Yes.
working on an idea that I may fashion later, and I'll show you the plans. That is complicated, but looks like an armored Tupperware.
You're making a box?
Good.
I mean, it might
This
have
is an
wheels
excellent
at some
plan.
point.
You're making
Evie
a
the
wagon?
More like a little tank, maybe, for Evie. I don't know.
Mac. Get in the Mac, Evie.
Is
It's a
this
little
for me?
rolling suitcase.
Very possibly, yes. I mean, don't take this in the wrong way, concerned. Metal is more sturdy than you.
Yes, I am.
So if we put you in
made
something
of
metal,
plasma.
yes.
That would make it hard for me to throw
Well,
things. If
This
I
is
were
why
to-
there will be these small openings that you can fire out of.
Oh.
I'm
I like this very
mildly
much.
concerned about mobility because moving parts and stuff is not exactly my speciality. Most of the stuff I make are nice, solid pieces.
Oh, well, then while we're here, is there anybody at the monastery who is good at the moving parts stuff? That maybe you could run it by them and they can, like, tell you how to do it.
Yes, a consultation.
That's a big word.
I've gotten some tips. I'm gonna workshop this idea as we go on our voyage.
Yeah,
Oh,
screw
okay.
these chumps. You got it.
I think
I've got a few projects that I want to work on the trip.
I could get stronger if I went to a moon and maybe got some more of my memories and
Yes.
senses back so that I wasn't just so silly all the time.
Well, we can go to Helios, see if he has any missions for us on moons.
Well, I believe I had started narrowing down possible moons that might have your memories on them. I thought that that might be a good first date because your memories was something that you cared about. And I wanted to do something that you would like.
So maybe, on a moon with your memories, knowing like who set some of that stuff up, this might need to be a date with bodyguards because
I
let's,
do think
let's
my
face it.
memories have something to do with the the evil scribblings that we've been seeing and the monsters that are invisible until they hurt you.
Yes,
I
I
think
agree.
I
Is
think
that
they
too
have
scary
something to
for
do
a
with
date?
that because I saw myself die to them, and
That was my
so
thought, is that we'd already seen that memory, which was most likely the worst one, so all of the other memories might be more fun.
they could be.
Regardless,
But
that was
if we find them, we might learn more about all of what's going on with that.
well, and
stuff.
that's what I
Which
read
is
that
good.
dates are about, is learning about each other.
Yes.
And I thought that that would be we would both be able to learn about you.
That sounds like a very thoughtful date.
Is it? I haven't done that
I
before.
have not been on a date before that I can remember, so
Okay,
it
good,
sounds
thank God.
right.
Okay, we are, yes. This is going to be a very
You know
good
who I
date.
bet has been on a date? Rash.
Rash, have you been on dates?
Rash can get it.
I remember. What a time. My youth was amazing. Let me tell you.
Fun fact.
I
And
need
then
to be somewhere else.
Oh, do you have to go pray?
No, I prayed today already. I'll be in my room.
Wait, we haven't decided where we're going next.
Fun fact about the Goblin Horde. This is just thing that Will has. This is just lore that Will has had that I've wanted to talk about for a hot minute. But
amazing.
engagement of the Goblet Horde is led by the woman. They will often find the person that they want to marry, and they will basically put a weapon to the throat and defeat them in a duel and say, "Issue me engagement challenges." And then once those engagement challenges are completed, then they're engaged.
Do they have to defeat the exes?
No,
in
it's like
combat as well.
Could be.
it could be that those could be a challenge. It's 7 challenges is a little bit much. It's like 3 or 4 usually.
Scott Pilgrim would probably be more entertaining if it starred goblins. It kind of already does for some of the
I love
characters.
that.
There's certainly
was gonna
goblin
say.
energy to many of the characters.
Yeah.
Now I'm just picturing Michael Cera as like the lamest goblin.
So is this will this be the new trend?
Michael Cera as Squee.
Amazing.
Like the Muppet versions of movies, but now it's the Goblin versions of movies.
Yes.
You haven't seen Shakespeare until you've heard it in the original Goblin.
It's true. I'm also just like, which of my grandkids looks like Michael Cera? Because that's now a headcanon.
That's so funny.
The one that died.
He's
in
the one that
episode 3.
died. Yeah, Wug. R.I.P. Wug.
And now he'll never be with Gramona.
Not Gramona.
Gramona is a phenomenal goblin name. Somebody
I think
please
Knives
create a
name just
goblin.
stays Knives.
Knives is still Knives.
Yeah, Knives is still Knives. Gramona.
Sounds like
I'm adding Gramona to my list of grandchildren names.
So they were related in this? Okay.
No, I just
Okay.
like the name too much. It's
Fair
now
enough.
happening.
What's in a name?
Well,
Letters. Same brain.
Rose and I share a brain cell sometimes, and I love it.
A curse on both your houses.
Don't curse my house. On this, the year of my wedding.
We just
Okay,
had
that's
a
fair
hurricane and an earthquake, Matthew. What are you doing?
What are you doing? Take
A
it
bless
back.
upon your domicile.
Thank you.
We had hail.
It's okay, Matthew.
Rose.
I said the whole thing in my head. I
Also-
have that.
Clerics don't have
That
actual.
monologue lives rent-free in my head.
Clerics don't have access to hex, so.
That changes
You
everything.
can blight,
Are you a tree?
Not yet.
maybe.
Blight's a level 4
You don't
spell
know.
in theory.
I'm a rose. It's related, right?
And we're getting metaphorical.
Okay,
Amazing.
so my suggestion is we go to one of the number of planets that I have tracked down
Oh,
or we could do something else. We could do Vim's thing with peaceful.
Also, I fully
Blossom.
detail the engagement fight to both Evie
Ooh.
and Luna.
Fantastic.
Evie's a very good listener. She is like, you have her full attention, and she's sitting there like starry-eyed listening
Yeah,
to your.
Luna sits like a preschooler at story time listening. Maybe picking her nose once.
One day, Luna will draw a knife on Evie.
For engagement
Beautiful.
purposes.
Yes.
Oh,
But Vim, yes,
It was very touching.
you had a crossbow that you wanted to go get
Well,
at the
thing is,
Myrtle Forest.
I had a crossbow told about to me, even though I have a pretty sick crossbow as it
Crossbow.
stands.
I will say there is like a couple of moons. There's also Gilded Garden nearby Vim's homeworld. Y'all got a lot of options.
That's no moon.
It's a supercomputer.
Oh god, no.
I'm also not sure if I want to see that irritating doomed fairy right now anyway.
Every night when you sleep, fam.
which fairy?
Oh yeah, which fairy? Like we don't
Peace
know.
Blossom. Peaceful Peace Blossom.
You know, the one that
She's not annoying or doomed.
She's a little...
she's doomed because she's gonna die, and she's
Is she
annoying.
sick?
Oh yeah, she's gonna come down with a very terrible case of crossbow bolts.
Is that contagious?
Oh,
It
I
can
understand.
be.
You are making a threat. Vim, you are
Yeah.
so funny.
But yes, the fairy that started off, being very rude about Mother Myrtle and has not been forgiven for that. And also, trying to help Rash, and she's over here trying to get something for herself and trying to like mess with me, and that doesn't go without repercussions either.
Vim, you put crossbow bolt to fairy? Are
I
you
will be.
attempting to marry her?
No, I'm attempting to end her.
Vim!
Nope, she's
I
gonna
think
be
Vim has a
dead.
crush.
Dead.
The new ship of the campaign.
Oh no,
Vim X, Peaceful Peace
Nope.
Blossom.
no.
Oh,
Death.
Vimothy!
Death.
What is that one line from that famous Goblin play? Spamlet, thou doth protest too much.
Thou doth protest too much. Yes, Spamlet. What a beautiful show.
I just assume goblins eat a lot of spam, eat a lot of
They
canned
do.
meat that
They
feels.
do.
I
Well,
don't know.
only in the hordes, really.
Understandable.
Man, we had a theatrical troupe pass through one time. It was amazing. Best theater I've ever seen.
All is that to say, Vim, you are not interested then in going after this crossbow at this
I don't
current
know if it's
juncture?
pressing enough to do right now.
Well,
I mean,
I think right now we are just trying to make ourselves better at fighting so we can fight stuff better.
well, and this is not to direct shade at anybody.
Oh, I would
As-
like some shade if it is going to be bright.
I'm just saying, as the one person here
Go ahead, say it, Vim.
who was not knocked unconscious and not touched during that fight at all, maybe powering me up in this moment is not necessarily the most pressing matter.
Oh, I did not mean to imply that you needed to power
No, I didn't.
up.
No, I'm saying.
But
I'm
also, I
implying
think
that
there's
maybe
a
somebody else
possibility that
does.
you were not touched in that fight because you are so small.
you know, a skill's a skill.
Gonna need, gonna need to
That's true.
cure wounds
That's
for that
true.
burn.
That's true.
Like, damn.
But
Oh, I
I'm
have a
implying,
healing potion.
I'm implying that maybe other people could use a little more focus in that area, and we already have at least some kind of information or lead towards finding memories and maybe powering up her cool
Sword
sword.
friend. Sword
Poor
So,
friend.
Sword friend.
because
Friend sword.
that's what happened when we were
Like a
at the other moon,
Pokemon.
right? Like you got some memories, and the sword was kind of like, I need more of this, or something like
Oh,
that.
yes, it needs to be recharged
Yeah,
at one of
so
the Luna labs, but I don't know where they are.
do we have any lead towards one of
They're
those?
on a moon.
Well, at some
Well,
point, I
different moons.
cross-referenced like moons that I thought Luna might have been on at some point.
They are the
With-
blue circles.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, so
On
Well,
I
we can't
do
see
not
the map.
see
yeah, we're not
being
currently
mapped.
on the map.
Oh, I
The
thought
map is still in the battle map.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, we've been there for like weeks now.
I am the stupid.
That's all good.
Oh, we are
so-
pretty close to this one and this one.
So maybe we go to one of those first.
If we go to the one in Gilded Gardens, we
Well,
could make it a twofer.
Yeah,
And go to the Vim world.
yeah, we could.
Are there other Vims
possibly-
there?
No, I'm apparently the only one that has existed for like 1,000 years or something like that.
Famous Tigger.
Meeting.
I was thinking it, but I couldn't say it in character.
The wonderful thing about Vim is Vim's a wonderful thing. He's bouncy,
Yeah.
trouncy, nubsy, wubsy, fun, 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 fun.
Not Nubsy Wubsy.
Yeah, so dude, anytime now.
Y'all are aging me.
Aging you how?
No, like draining years from my life.
Oh,
Nubsy wubsy.
You heard him.
I didn't say it.
Yeah, we can go. Maybe
Write
get
that
some
on my
memories.
tombstone.
Well, I mean, it's only fair. We have the Vim. I need to take
Maybe get
someone's
some-
vigor.
Get some, I mean, yes, the name is a reference to that, but not like that.
So Gilded Gardens.
Yeah,
then.
so go to gardens. We can
Okie
go.
dokie.
That maybe the sword gets cooler and
So now
the
let me
sword
ask,
gets
are
more
you going
useful
to
in the
Gilded-
death of a fairy.
Are you going to Gilded Garden proper, or are you going to the moon base near Gilded Garden?
The moon base.
Is the focus there?
And I set coordinates on the way there to stop at a gas station to get strawberry ices.
Strawberry ice.
You can grab them from the Mao home world.
It's more fun if it's a road trip thing.
Yes.
It's true.
Well, it'll take you.
I try to make a mock recipe out of it once we get it.
Using PLD tech, it'll take you about 2 days of travel time to get to where you want to head to. So, on that first day, can someone roll me a D10?
Nominate Rose.
I'll do it.
I was going to nominate Rose as well.
Everybody loves my dice rolls.
Quiet day. There's not much going on. At one point, a bunch of Astral sea, don't want to say dolphins. They're like otters, but they have like frills around their neck that absorb like starlight and do like photosynthesis for them. Are swimming next to your ship for a while, and they're bouncing out of the sea. But other than that, no.
I throw them treats
They take
out the
treats.
window, out the airlock.
No, it's not like an airlock. Like there's no like pressurized. It's yeah. But yeah, that's the first day. Does anyone have anything they'd like to be doing on the first day in general?
I gotta drive the ship.
All right, Darius, are you deep in prayer?
I am actually going to be doing my rounds to the ship. I'm going to be seeing if anything needs repairs, if anything seems out of sorts. Just, walking around with my toolkit, doing a maintenance kind of check.
Darius, you don't really find anything. The ship's not taking any damage, so you're still good.
I also, when there's a moment where Evie is just by herself or anything, I'm just going to ask, just checking if quiet concerned if your special project has perhaps grown out of its current container and perhaps needs something
I was
new.
actually just about to check on Mimi. If you would like to come meet her.
Where is Vim right now?
Vim, as usual, is just wandering the ship. So I guess it's a game of chance, buddy.
What does that
Vim.
sound like? Is it like a little nubs hitting the
It's
metal
like
deck?
a nub 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 nub.
Just
No,
a little bit
no,
of
no.
just
They
a
don't
little
make
bit of-
num num
I'm
num.
picturing like
num,
almost
num,
like a
num,
like a
num, num.
suction, like
Oh God, that would be so slow.
Adorable.
No,
He's not-
Make
no.
him
slow
little
him down.
sneakers.
It's just like the sound of like a caterpillar nub on like metal tile. I think would like just a little bit, just a little.
He's
Because
a
they're
I
little-
wanna-
sneaky.
I want to make him little sneaker booties now.
Little nub
Oh.
crocs.
No.
That
They
wouldn't
would
make any
not be
sense.
Crocs.
That wouldn't make any
Absolutely not.
sense.
I feel like Crocs are in fact goblin fashion.
as
They
hats.
probably are, but they're like
But they're made
like
from actual
new
Crocs.
They're like new age goblin fashion. They're like what all the like
It's the
cool
Gen
goblin
Z.
The goblin,
The
the,
Gen Z
goblin
goblins
influencers.
are-
yeah, the Gen Z goblins are wearing all the Crocs, and Rash
Unironically, yes.
refuses. Rash is just like, no, we wear either boots or wooden clogs. Wooden, traditional.
Ah,
I
didn't
put the ship
realize.
in autopilot and quietly make it over to Luna's bedroom and do a very particular knock on the door.
Dave and
squish,
haircut.
squish, squish, squish,
Tube.
squish, squirt, squish. Because
No.
Evie's
Oh,
a
because she's a
slime.
slime. Even
Yeah.
slimes kind of like have a like a bouncy sound.
They can apply blunt force,
Yeah.
Flubber taught us that.
like hitting a door with a water balloon.
Yeah.
The coast is clear.
I look down the hallway. I look down the hallway in the other
You know what?
direction.
Darius never is inconspicuous wherever he goes. He'll let you check on things. Darius putters back to the kitchen.
No, I want to show you Mimi. She's really cute. We'll just have to close the door quickly.
Okay.
As you two enter Vim, you see Darius and Evie going into Luna's room.
No.
It's
a
Let's make
conspiracy.
roll for it.
This is more fun.
See, I tried to. No.
Let the dice tell the story.
No, this is just Vim seeing you two go into the room. We'll let Vim jump to any conclusions they want to.
You know what?
Roll for paranoia.
Less paranoia. I'm more thinking about like what he's doing and like where he's kind of headed at the moment. And so he is gonna come by. He's like, "Hey, is Rash in there with you guys?"
I don't believe
Is that
so.
still there?
I start
You don't
checking
believe
saddlebags.
so? You don't know?
Rash is not in here.
All right, probably in the kitchen. I'm getting some food.
Good luck.
Have fun.
Sounds good.
He's gone. He's not that nosy.
You know,
he
that's
doesn't go
fair.
in people's rooms. He doesn't
That's fair.
hair that way.
Now that you're here, I can give you an update on Mimi.
Yay.
Mimi has a little mimic tongue that
Yeah.
is
As mimics often
sticking
do.
out of the teapot, the spout of the teapot.
Oh.
It's just like sticking out there, like dangling down, like some like really spoiled tea that's turned into like gross. Otherwise, like if you open up the lid of the teapot, like mimic comes bursting out with it. Very Sinisty core.
I don't know what that is.
If you're a
Celestia is a Pokemon, but
Yeah.
it lives in a
Oh.
teapot.
Adorable.
It's a little ghosty.
It's one of
It's
Rose's
very
favorites. Are you excited
Oh,
for the?
it's
Are
one
you
of my
excited
favorites.
for the new one?
Oh, yes.
So cute. I just looked up a photo.
So it's like that, but in mimic form,
Aw.
with the little tongue sticking out of the
Cute.
teapot spout.
Oh. I make sure that I have snacks to feed it. And so
What are you feeding this mimic? Also, yeah, what are you feeding this mimic? I need to know. This is
I
important.
think Evie has, like, as a part of her experiment, given it like an array of snacks in the past. Like, does it prefer savory goods? Does it prefer baked treats?
Is it a carnivore?
It seems to be an omnivore.
Oh.
It looks like it'll eat pretty much anything. Have you tried giving it, like, a bit of person or stuff like that?
Where would you get
Can't say that
that?
I have, because I don't have bits of people to feed it.
Fair enough.
And wouldn't
Not like
do
jerky.
that anyway? Question mark.
That's not what I said, but
We don't want it to acquire a taste for people.
yeah, I think Evie is, like, mildly curious about
Is
that,
she
but
aware that
Feed
should-
me, Evie. Feed me.
but she knows that, like,
Evie.
mimics can eat people and do so regularly, so that's not, like, new information for her that she would really have any motivation to find out.
I will say that Luna feeds it candy on the bread.
Oh
We'll
no.
just
Yeah.
pick candy and
Note, Darius makes
This
a note.
mimic is gonna die.
The mimic really enjoys the candy.
Adding a tiny toothbrush
It
to my list of things to make.
It does it does keep the mimic up at night sometimes. They look like if a teapot can have bags under its eyes a little bit, but they very
The
much
sugar.
they have very much
Does the mimic get the zoomies?
they have very much taken to the diet of sweets.
Oh.
Like you put a cake in front of this mimic, it's gone in like 15 minutes.
I mean, the hypothesis is that mimics go for potentially years without a proper meal if they are camping in some dungeon room in the middle of nowhere.
When you say years without a proper meal, the spout of the teapot, you feel it like bending slightly, like it's droopy.
We
like
would
sad.
never make you go that long. But it is all's that to say is that nutrition, the way we perceive it for ourselves, may work significantly differently. And perhaps candy is good for it.
If the tongue can make a thumbs up, it would.
A wild parenting choice.
This is what
Bold
happens
and
when you let
innovative.
The exact opposite of called as a parent.
Yeah, not that different. Different, and yet in some ways very much the same. But what is Darius's reaction to all this? Oh no.
Frozen?
Oh, he seems to be frozen.
No,
Oh,
I've seen
there.
it blink.
Oh, I didn't see any of that.
Hi, Matt.
Hello.
Good morning.
You
Sorry,
okay?
I was distracted by something.
Not
We couldn't tell if you were
disassociated
frozen or what.
for a
I
second.
can.
I could tell you weren't frozen because I could see you blinking.
I mean, all Canadians have to learn to stay very still for in the winter when the wolf packs are out.
God damn it.
I've heard the wolf packs are not what you need to watch out for. It's the moose. Not the
Well, no,
mooses,
there's nothing
the
you can do
moose.
about the moose. You just have to kneel in reverence to the old gods. Then
Yeah, the only wolves you
It's
really need
true.
to look out
Moose
for
are
in
kind
our
of
area are
eldritch.
squishy ones.
Mm-hmm. But anyway,
moose can actually
I
run
was
really
I was
fast.
I was asking what
Candy
Darius's
died in the
reaction
water.
was to the diet of candy and tea.
He makes a face that I'm sure at this point you're all very familiar with. He's concerned, but he's too polite to try and tell you how to manage your own affairs. But he does. He pulls out his little notebook and he starts to write something down.
What are you writing?
I'm concerned. I am just thinking perhaps I should make the mimic a little toothbrush that you can use.
Oh, that is an excellent idea. I do not know how mimics clean their teeth
Make a
in the
perception check,
wild.
Evie.
I want to be
Uh-oh.
careful. It might try and eat it.
Where's perception? Jesus Christ, there it is.
Evie,
Oh,
as
wow,
you're
that's a
looking,
natural
as you're
19.
looking at the mimic, Mimi,
Mimi.
as you're looking at Mimi, you're looking down the T-spout where the tongue is hanging out of, and it's just like, you know how worms have like just teeth all the way around?
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
Yeah, it's like that.
Adorable.
I could brush that.
It's like all the way down and all the way down.
Like a disposal.
Yeah.
It would not be easy. A pipe cleaner might be better, Darius.
Yes, that is. That's a very good idea. Also, humbly, I wish to suggest. I'm not sure how much Rash knows already about your little pet project. Haha, pet project. But perhaps you might consult her on a diet plan of some kind or a nutritional plan, especially for young ones.
Yes.
You don't necessarily have to go into specifics, but of course, as always, I do not advise dishonesty.
Of course. Remind me, Maya, does Rash know? I feel like Rash knows.
I can't remember if Rash knows, because I know that Evie has alluded to it in front of her.
Uh-huh.
So she might know. We can retcon that she knows.
I
Leave it
know
up to
Mimi
you
was
two.
in the kitchen at some point.
Yeah.
I'll give you
Yeah,
a
no,
cover.
it's coming back. It's coming back to me because Rash helped cover.
Yes.
Yes. So then yes, I will talk to Rash about a more, I don't know, conventional nutrition plan to see how that impacts
It is
at
only a
least their
suggestion.
schedule.
I do not presume to tell you your business.
That is okay. I would not have asked if I did not want your opinion.
That is fair.
But yes, I will.
Meanwhile, Rash cut to Rash making mock slushies in the kitchen.
Vim's just there, like,
Drinking the failed experiments.
I mean, as you do.
all right.
And then I suggest that we all leave Luna's room like one at a time, as to not arouse suspicion from a potentially roaming Vim.
Who
Vim
leaves?
tried this one next.
Just topples it over to get at the drink.
I don't think there's anything else I want to accomplish on the ship right now. No, Darius has had his arc. Other people get the spotlight for a little while.
Aww.
Oh.
I have no problem with
But moving
it. God,
right
drinking
along.
coffee at 10 o'clock.
Well, it just gives you more time to play Armored Core tonight.
No, I needed to fight the headache.
uh,
I need caffeine. I don't think PSLs have much caffeine in them.
moving right along, then, who would like to roll the D10 for the next day?
Nominate Rose again.
Oh, okay.
Rerolling on a 7.
Do it. Rerolling on a 7.
So,
Two. Let's see how
as
gnarly
you
this
are
gets.
traveling,
Uh-oh. That's not a good
What
face.
does?
Space dragon.
there is a blip on the radar.
It's in the vents.
And then another blip on the radar. It looks like something is getting closer quite drastically to the point where the planar dive stops and kicks you out of it because you might collide with something. And Evie, sitting in front of you is what appears to be a floating island.
Space
with
whale.
a lovely bit of a garden on it and a tower.
Have we seen this before?
Not these characters.
Not in
Okay.
this campaign.
Oh, poor Maya.
NPC, beloved NPC
what
from
that
last campaign.
Adorable. I mean, I gathered.
Evie has no clue who this is. So she sort of puts up an alarm around the ship that says,
Open fire.
Space Island inbound.
I would like to say that Luna is in the cockpit with Evie doing her like bop it stuff,
Yes.
attempting to help. She's like, "Oh, there is a pretty garden."
Luna, twist it, stat.
Did I do it in time?
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
Will, don't make it weird. I was making a bop it reference, you fucking horn dog.
Vim rushes in. It's like,
Hold on,
Like
I
this-
can get in on this now.
this better not be another person that you all want to just bring on this ship. Just trusting immediately.
My
I just
granny
think
senses
that
the
it is a very
tingling.
pretty island.
Yeah,
And
there's a
that
gorgeous
is a very
sky island
pretty
from you.
garden.
It's floating through space. It's quite strange.
We could
I
stop and
wonder if
say
they have any
hi.
interesting tropical fruits. Interesting.
I do not mind a little detour.
Can I put out like a telecom thing to this island?
Yes.
They have a tower.
Well, it's just like a
So-
big like stone tower. It's like a medieval-esque stone tower. It's very old looking, actually.
Oh, I haven't seen architecture like this anywhere.
If you want
We're
people
in
to make
space.
perception checks.
It looks like something out of a storybook.
A chronicle, even.
Bad
Nah.
perception.
There you go. McKenna, you get a hero point for that. I love
18.
that.
Oh, dang. I have a plus nothing to perception, so I rolled a 19.
You
and
can
an
see
18.
a figure tending the garden.
What
There
kind
there
of
appears to
figure?
be a humanoid figure with sort of like dark green skin and long red hair. And in addition to that humanoid figure is a much younger looking figure, a woman that appears to be quite buff.
Oh.
They have like this like sword on their back, and they're just kind of standing there. They're talking to this person as they're tending the garden. When your ship comes into view, the woman with the sword just like kind of says there. You can see them kind of like wave to her, and then they just poof away, like they just bop out of existence. And you all hear, and about a minute later, "Oh, visitors, if you have anything that you'd like to sell or would like to browse through, I have goods here. I am a bit of a store."
Ooh,
Oh.
that sounds wonderful.
This is something we're just hearing, or are they like,
This is in your head.
okay, so they didn't like just
Oh.
appear on our ship. Okay.
No. No, she has manners.
Vim was about to lose it.
Do I have a means of responding?
You can reply to this. It's a
You
sort
can
of
reply to
two-way
this message.
Is
street.
there a safe place for us to land?
Oh,
or
yes.
a preferred
Just
place for us to
in the
land?
meadow over there? Anywhere's fine. Just not on the plants if you can avoid it.
The meadow in space.
There's grass.
Okay.
That is a plant.
That is, well, grass, plants that are cultivated, I should say.
Understood.
Yeah,
Understood.
nobody cares about grass.
There you go.
Oh. I'm sure someone cares about grass.
I mean, there's
I mean,
Henry
I
Henry
hear Henry
Crabgrass.
Crabgrass is
Yeah.
quite popular.
There's a whole subculture around grass and smoking it and
Touching it.
I was gonna say there's
a
some
whole
kind of
music
grass.
genre dedicated to it. Well, I park us on the meadow unless anyone has like any sincere objections to it.
No.
Bim, Darius,
Shopping.
Rash, we're going shopping on a magical medieval space island.
Oh,
As
do they
one
take
does.
the goblin veteran discount?
I do not know. I don't even know if they take credits.
Well, then we will find out.
Yes.
I bring my
Luna's
card.
like chomping at the bit to
What?
get on the island. She's like at the door, just like,
Yeah.
Got the zoomies.
As it comes down, Luna, the island is quite beautiful. You can tell that all the plants are cultivated. There's a small like pond, and yeah, standing now in front of the group, is a half-orc woman. Their skin though is like completely pressed against their face, so you can tell they're very old.
Interesting.
Technically, Rose undead.
Interesting.
noted.
Your sense.
Yeah,
gives
my
you
divine
that.
sense would
Yeah.
tell me.
They are undead.
I am also now suddenly very conscious of the fact that we spent a lot of our money on those diamonds.
And yeah, she says, welcome, please, come on down, enjoy the, amenities that my little planet has to offer.
Luna frolics.
Aww. I don't
She's
know
in
how
her
to
lane,
do
she's
this
thriving.
in like a bipedal way, but you know how deer kind of like boing, 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 boing? That's kind of what I'm picturing.
The little Pepe Le Pew, like.
Yeah.
Cute.
Hello, I am Experiment 3 version 13 Eevee for short. This is amazing. What is
Oh,
what
it's
is
home.
this?
It's home. It's something that my friends and I, worked together to build, and, I'm just the one using it still. Welcome to the Bow and Bow.
The bow and bow. Interesting.
Yes.
Your friends. There was a woman here with a sword.
Yes, she had some other business to attend to, returning to our other partner.
Interesting. Okay. Well, thank you
Rash
for
is looking
inviting
at all
us.
the wares.
Yeah, there
into
is
your
like a
home.
stance up. Rash, make me a perception check.
Oh.
We all get to make one?
Just Rash while she's looking.
Okay.
Rash, there's a like a stone orb sitting on a shelf
Storb.
with like a
Does
two.
it have any sort of
It says 2
label?
gold. It has a 2 gold price tag. It's a stone orb, and it looks like it has been like magically made. It's maybe some sort of device that holds something.
Old.
It's very old. It's like the stone has been worn down. It's a 2 gold orb.
I pick it up.
Yeah.
And I kind of.
You can feel power coming from it.
Oh, interesting.
Contemplate the orb.
I feel like I remember.
I
what
go
this
I go up to the shopkeeper.
Yep.
And I'm just like, this. What does orb do?
I don't remember.
What?
Interesting. I'll take it. It's a good knickknack.
Oh, perfect.
Do you have gold?
Oh, sorry, I apologize. Credit conversion works, and she just like pulls out this like basically a square, and she like plugs the thing in. It takes a few minutes sometimes.
I love
There we
that.
go. She just
Not
like,
many people take gold anymore. Interesting.
It's an old habit. It's the currency that my homeworld used. While it was still habitable.
Oh.
Interesting. Fascinating.
Yes. It's now
It's
home
just like
to a god.
God, you say.
Yes.
Which god?
A god of dragons.
Dragons.
A
Interesting.
god of
Interesting.
storms.
Arrogance.
We have beef
Uh,
with some dragons and friendships with others. So
It
it's
is
sort
true.
of
We
a
have
I've only.
complicated
50-50.
relationship.
I suppose it's technically my granddaughter, but or
Your
daughter.
granddaughter is the god of dragons?
Yes, technically speaking.
Explain the technicalities
Well,
of that
I mean,
to
if
me,
it not
please.
granddaughter, it would be daughter. I mean, I'm partners with her mother.
Hold on, let me get the whiteboard.
The mother of the god of dragons?
Yes.
I
Oh.
cannot claim to be familiar.
Make a
Wait,
religion
did
check.
she hook up with Calder's mom?
Hell yeah. Well, not Calder's mom.
Calder.
Wait, maybe Calder's mom.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yes.
getting here.
It's
is
kind of what
that
it's sounding
one of her
like.
Maybe both?
It's very
Uh.
funny to me because Calder had a crush on Validra for like a lot of that. Then for her mom to swoop in and be like, "Actually, I'm gonna take this one." It's very
Wow.
funny to me, and
Ice
also very in
cold.
character for Calder's mom.
Technically speaking,
Well-
right now, Calder, Valindra, and Judith are in a sort of like thruple.
Oh, that's fun.
That's
Oh,
why.
so-
That's why.
Oh, I
That's
see.
why. That's why her shop's called the Bow and Bow, because it's a bow for
I
Calder
see.
and a bow for like the blood red bow that Judith used to have.
Oh.
Oh, that is cute.
Will, do you want to tell Maya what she just bought?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah, what is this? What
you
is
just
this?
bought a terrifying artifact from the previous campaign, but I'm not going to tell you
That
anything
should
more
never-
than that.
Excellent.
We've worked very hard to
worked
seal this
very
away
hard.
in a place where nobody would ever find it again.
You did.
Because
Oh,
it's that
goody.
destructive.
I mean,
Um,
listen, it is fully going on her knick-knack shelf in the kitchen as a paperweight.
Unspeakable evil inside of that rock.
Interesting. She like shakes it. I wonder if I can carve it out and make it into a salt shaker.
Will, this is a little RPG-ish, but I
Yeah.
would like to check the shop for any like blacksmithing blueprints.
There isn't many blacksmithing specific blueprints.
Any mysterious
There
ores?
is a very interesting creature that's like sort of shut down. It's like a creature made from like gears and things. It appears to be like imagine like a puzzle box with legs and arms.
Does it have one eye and weird ass
It
lips?
does have one eye. It does not have weird ass lips. It has like a little voice box.
Referencing something.
No, well, there is a plane of order in the D&D cosmos with
Oh, the
these
Modrons?
weird
Yes,
the Modron.
but
I hate the
if you
Modron
remember,
lips.
if you
Do the
remember,
Modrons
if you
have
remember,
weird lips?
if you remember canonically, Amerlin made the Modrons.
That is correct.
Yes.
He did do that.
So
Oh, is it because they're like all different shapes, but then it's like oddly human lips?
Yeah.
yeah, no lips on this one.
I love the concept of Modrons.
They all
Do
sound
not
like
like
Adenia.
the
That's funny.
That's kind of horrifying. And a little sad.
Anywho. So
There's that creature. There is also
Oh god, I just looked a photo up. That was a mistake.
I told you.
me when I looked up what trichophobia was and then realized I have trypophobia.
Yeah.
Although, listen, if you look up pictures of that, it shows you like the most disgusting pictures
Yes.
of like horrific skin diseases.
Yeah.
And then people think that they have trypophobia when really
It's
they
like,
just saw
no.
horrible pictures of skin
Yeah.
diseases.
Now,
Either way,
quick, completely off-topic question is triskaidekaphobia.
Yeah.
That's the fear of the number 13, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
but
a specific phobia for that?
Yes.
Yep.
it's
There's a
magic card.
specific phobia for
I think
everything.
Yeah.
I lost to that card. It was pretty amazing.
Quipdaliophobia is the fear of long words because people who
What
name
else is
things are
in the
dicks.
store?
Yeah.
Well, there
Yeah.
is there's that creature. There is a number of just like small knickknacks and things.
Unsurprisingly, I am not interested in purchasing potentially a sentient being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, unless it's like in disrepair.
Yeah, it's in
and
disrepair. It's like a little.
Darius,
Well-
you could fix him.
I make an offer to the shopkeep
We'll lend
that
them Shane.
I make an offer to the shopkeep that while I do not wish to purchase this
Daddy, I can
mechanical
fix him.
being, if they feel that they would welcome it, I would be willing to try and maybe fix it free of charge.
But this one isn't a being. I apologize if you thought that. This is one of the very first prototypes of them. There's no sentience here. It's basically like a wind-up programmable assistant.
Oh, all right. I mean, assistant, like, curious.
I used it
What-
to serve
what's-
butter for a long time.
Oh God, only butter.
Very specific.
But I assume then it is. If it has no sentience, I would assume then. This is just out of curiosity. Then it only has a level of intelligence that it can do sort of menial labor.
It's
It
simple,
can't do
simple commands. It can't do complex things. But
Okay.
it can, like, if you needed to hammer something a bunch of times.
Oh,
You do
Chobits,
hammer
that's
a
a deep
lot.
cut. Oh, yes, but I prefer to do my own hammering. It's want that Darius
It's the
touch.
principle of the thing.
I was simply trying to do that. Otherwise, we have some very interesting. I sell a garden pack of vegetables from the garden.
Oh, like produce. Maybe.
Yes.
Are any
Ooh,
of
what kind of
these?
vegetables do you have?
Well, we have a number of zucchinis and cucumbers and tomatoes.
Will, are any of these things that have potentially been extinct for
Most of
any
them.
period of time?
The most heirloom of tomatoes.
Yes, there's some corn that she has growing where like the kernels are like rainbow colored.
Do we even know
Rash.
what corn is?
Rash fully like attempts to clean her stock of like
Oh, if
all
you,
vegetables.
I mean, I need to keep some to sow, but I have these packs. The vegetable packs are they would be 15 credits a pack, and I have 8 of them.
Excellent. Oh, lovely. 15
Oh.
credits a pack. That's a steal. That's a
These are
steal.
that is a seal. Are you aware that these packs of vegetables that you are selling are long extinct? I mean, centuries, possibly millennia.
Has it been
15
that
credits. You
long?
already said it.
Oh, I suppose it's been that long. Yes. Sorry, time's kind of lost all meaning for me. Immortality, yada yada.
How
Rash.
old are you?
Sullivan.
Old
Are you
enough-
older than Rash?
Yes. I assume so. Are you a lich, little goblin?
No, I can't say that I am. Although I have
Yes.
known, a lich or two in my time.
Oh, well, you know another one now.
Are you a
very-
lich?
Yes.
Very lucrative business partners.
I have never met a lich before.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
yes, you have. She's one.
That is an excellent point, Luna. Excuse me. This is my first time meeting a lich.
Oh, well, it's nice to meet you. I'm Valindra.
I've already told you my name. I won't just do that
Oh,
again.
That's understandable.
But how did you do that? Not that I'm necessarily interested in becoming a lich. It is just that that information is widely hidden and very difficult to get a hold of, and it's just sort of a curiosity.
Oh, well, I was nearing the end of my life. But I had a number of very close friends who would not be nearing the end of their lives anytime soon. So instead of passing away, I decided to keep my mortal form. And through the blessing of a friend, I've been able to remain alive. Someone who slipped me away from the waves of fate.
Interesting. Out of character, Will. I thought we did a whole ceremony to make her like permanently immortal.
You did?
Oh shit, so what happened?
You don't know.
Oh no. Oh no.
Someone stole her immortality.
Or someone found that knife that we put in a church somewhere.
Isn't I can't I actually have to go back and watch. I think the knife is in the rock? Or was that the other
sword in a stone.
Seed of Godhood in there? I cannot remember.
That was my thought too, that it was the knife. It is not. There was a different thing that Adenia put like the hunger god in.
Yeah, the hunger god. The god of hunger.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Unspeakable.
The hungry god, the god who
Specifically,
hungry.
like the seed of godhood for the god that would have been a
Yeah.
bad god to have the seed of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And it's found its way back to all of you.
No, thank you.
Just what we wanted. Yay.
Well, now they're a paperweight, so
Now they're paperweight.
Do you have the receipt?
Yeah, now they're paperweight.
It's true.
So I'm just kind of looking around just for any kind of odd things that might grab his attention.
There is one
Oh,
relatively
God.
odd-looking piece here. It is a deck of what appears to be tarot cards. Just like in a glass case.
I think there's any context for that. Alright, so there's...
They are labeled as cards of divination.
No comment.
Give me a second here. I just need to make a little intelligence roll. An 8. Yes. Luna believes that those are division flashcards.
like long division.
Oh,
No,
Luna.
like 12 divided by 3 equals 4.
Oh, Luna.
Yeah.
A sweet, precious baby.
I don't know if I don't know if there's anything here that Vim would actually want to spend his money on.
That's fair.
Can I also do a cheeky little perception check just to see?
Yeah. I want to see if there's anything
make
interesting
perception
for
checks.
that.
That's another 18.
23.
I finally got a good roll.
Perception. Wait, I'm going to do another one. Hero point. No!
Oh,
Of course, that's how they work.
Wait, I have an inspiration point for
Luna-
making Will laugh. Give me
Luna,
1
Evie,
second.
Evie looks really adorable. It's
Aw.
very distracting.
Oh my god.
But also imagine the horrors that you could find if you let the crit fail ride.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll let the crit fail ride.
Oh my
That
god.
could be interesting.
Evie and Vim, as the two of you are looking around, you can see a small blue box.
Blue box.
A small blue box that has a gold filigree wrapped around each of the edges, almost sealing it shut.
Does it say Sylvan Joy on the inside?
It does not say Sylvan Joy on the inside.
Sorry, it was just for you and
Is
Matt.
there a label that says Tesseract?
No. It is just a small blue box that has like a golden outline on it. The label simply says magical grab bag.
Is this like a mystery
100,
box?
100 gold a pull.
Ah, I remember this thing.
I love this thing.
I love
got
this
a magical
thing.
hat from it. I
Not
got the
for
100 on the D100.
this. The price of inflation is insane. This was like 5 gold the last time we did this.
An antique.
That's an antique. Well, that's like a quarter of all of the gold that I have, and that seems like a poor use of it because last time I got candy. It was good, but it was just candy.
I fully just blew almost. I blew a lot more than half of my goals on vegetables.
That's
Sure,
so
let's
real.
live for
Look, if
today.
anybody's gonna spend 100 gold on a gotcha pull, we know who it's gonna be.
Yeah, and I think
That's
Evie
me.
would
I was
wake
gonna say.
over and be like, "Look at it's like a magic
Ooh,
game of
and
chance."
immediately
Hold on,
100 gold go into the machine.
Hold on. We
There's
have
no
to check.
holding on. 100 gold go
All
into
No,
the
right.
I'm not going to
machine.
stop you. I just want to know one
Rose?
detail first.
Yes.
Will,
Yeah.
does it have a pity system?
You don't know.
Damn it.
Roll a D100, Rose.
5.
Ooh.
The rolls do not like me tonight.
Will, be merciful.
A dragon comes out.
It's probably randomized. It's not necessarily that a 99 is going to be better than a 2.
Yeah, I don't know. The 2 was pretty
Evie.
good.
You don't know.
Evie?
The 2 got us an island.
As Rose pulls a something out of this bag, it appears to be a horn of some sort, like just a straight up horn, like a demon
of
horn
Orcus.
that was just cut off of something. And as she pulls it out and just like lets go of it, like as she's holding it in the air, the horn begins to like bubble at one end, and then the next thing you know, Evie, Luna is holding on to the horn of what appears to be a devil of some sort.
Valindra?
Valinja just turns around. What?
Why is it bubbling?
Uh,
I don't see anything. Evie, in front of you, is a devil that you're holding onto the horn of.
me?
Sorry, Luna, in front of you is a devil that you're holding onto the horn of. Evie, you can see it. Would you kindly let go of my horn?
What's a cool magic
That
trick?
depends. Are you
Okay.
gonna kill her if she lets go? Oh,
I appreciate you. No, I would
Thank
never
you.
kill a person. What do you think I am? Some sort of demon?
maybe.
No, I'm a devil, dear. There's a difference.
I mean, yeah,
How
but
long
also
have you been
devils.
trapped in the little box?
Oh, a bit too long, to be honest with you. There were some young children that were trying to murder me that I didn't feel like killing, so I let them capture me.
Oh.
Who were
Well, what do
they?
you do now that you are out?
Quite honestly, a group of just like these unruly idiots who had no business journeying through the hells. I took great pity on them. I felt bad for them.
You got yourself locked up for countless years.
I mean, it's countless years to immortal being.
Sounds like a nice vacation. Then?
Welcome to the world.
It's good to be back.
Welcome to the internet.
I suppose I should give you some sort of reward for this.
Oh,
Oh,
May I have
Okay.
your hand?
No, you can
And she just
hold
holds,
it temporarily.
She takes your hand, Luna, and you feel a little bit of burning for a couple of seconds. And then she lets go of it, and on your hand, Luna, there is now some sort of just like collection of lines that make like a little bit of a mark that's like an X with like 3 dots above it.
mm-hmm.
I give
You
you.
gave me a tattoo.
I give you a little bit of my fortune. Evie, you can see that Luna now has this like slightly fiendish glow to her for a couple seconds, and then it dissipates. Rose, you've gotten 3 luck points.
Okay.
Cool.
What happens when she uses them all?
You don't know. And the demon, devil, I will take my leave and just
Wait, what happens?
Off of brimstone.
smells like brimstone.
Ugh.
Which I believe is sulfur, so just brimstone smells like ass.
Yeah,
He
so,
just farts and disappears.
Luna, you have 3
Ten
devil's
eggs.
luck points. When you want to use them, let me know.
Okie dokie.
Cool.
This can't go poorly.
What could possibly go wrong?
Okay. Perhaps we should not put anything else in the box.
Oh, okay.
Valindra, just so you know, there was a devil in that box.
Oh,
There is no longer.
all
I
right.
mean,
Could be another
he
one.
might still be in there.
There might be a different one, but I think that one went somewhere else. I don't suppose you know anything about devils and their fortune?
No,
Okay, I'll look it up. See if he has a Spacebook profile.
I did a good deed.
Oh,
it's meta.
space book.
Yeah, Luna, you got 3 devil's luck points.
You're so concerned as to what those
Yay.
actually are.
And knowing me, I will blow through them.
At some point.
Very
Just
quickly.
remember, there's 3 dots, theoretically for each of the points, and an X.
Watch Luna use them on like wishing for snacks.
Wait, do you think that
Why would you
work?
put that out? No, we have snacks in the ship.
Luna, do you want to use
You
a
would
devil's
make them.
luck point?
Also, I don't think
for a
think
snack?
that's how that works. It's not a luck point.
I'd sell my soul for a corn chip.
What would you do
Luna,
for a
Luna,
Klondike
please.
bar?
No, not this time.
Rash is making strawberry ices. And they're
Oh, if you're making those, you'll want actual. And she like goes over. She like grabs like a basket and just like hands Rash like a basket of strawberries.
Oh. Thank you very much.
Do they look like the strawberries that we know of?
No, they're smaller, and they're more like petite.
Aw.
Rash takes one and pops it into her mouth.
It is so sweet.
Mm.
It is like if Luna was a strawberry.
Oh.
This is a delicacy. Thank you so much.
Oh, no worries.
Uh,
You bought so
Because
many.
Luna's sweet, Matt.
Luna, Moonshine, open your mouth.
Vim, do you want a strawberry?
Yeah, then we.
He just throws strawberries to the children, feeding the ducks.
Well, I would love to know what I find on the shelf of wares with my natural one.
Well, as you are looking about, you find
Another devil.
a very strange box. It is a metal box. It is just a heavy looking metal box. It looks like it has parts of it ripped off. And looking at it, it's really strange. That book that Darius had, it looks like part of it would fit, like the spine of it would fit on this box.
Darius,
Yes?
the the thing you got. I think it goes here. Like a puzzle.
Oh, yes, I apologize. That's junk, dear. It's an inoperable magical item.
But what if it went with that thing?
Oh, you have one of the first printings.
I mean, part of it.
There's catch.
Those were made upstairs.
Okay.
There's.
The Spark Bibles.
Like printed?
Yes, up there.
Okay. Interesting. Would you take, if it's junk, would you take a credit for it?
I mean, I'm happy to give it away.
I wouldn't feel right about that. At least take 1 credit.
I'll take a credit then.
All right. I will then scurry back to the ship, and then in private I will try to put the spy on.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't. It looks like there's a number of other like missing parts, but like as you
Oh, okay.
click it into place, it
Well, I
connects.
tick off one thing in the quest log.
This is the Stones of Faranzaya quest. Ugh.
Yes, it is.
Better that than the green hills of Stranglethorn.
Would you mind if we poked around up there? I believe Darius would love to see where the books were written.
I don't think it's particularly clean enough. I've not been up there in years. I mostly spend time in the garden.
Also, I mean, what's in the book is more of interest than, like, I mean, it's historically interesting that it was printed there, but...
Amelin spent a lot of time on it.
Amelin.
Yes, they're the author of it.
So you know the author of the Book of Spark.
Well, yes, the concept of the the spark creation was created by the same friends that gifted me immortality.
Interesting.
Darius, I think she knows the guy who made your god.
Okay. Darius, frustrated. There are a few things wrong with that sentence. First of all, spark of creation is not a god. It is a force of nature in the universe.
Oh, correct. Understandable. I think she knows the guy who made the force of the universe that you worship.
Well, I didn't think...
Second thing wrong with that sentence.
It's less they made it and more they gave it a name and they gave it a proper way to be interacted with.
Yes.
Yes.
It's like someone saying, like, the person who wrote the first physics textbook invented physics.
No,
physics has always existed. They just codified an understanding of it in a way that people can read it.
Yes.
That makes sense.
I'm sorry, I got a little flustered.
Oh, you're
there.
fine. But yes,
I was apologizing to Evie.
Oh.
Yeah, not you. You don't get an apology.
That's fair.
Well, no, I'm just being specific.
But still, he's the guy who sort of wrote it all down and gave you rules that you still follow.
Well, maybe this is an old version, so you might not follow all those rules.
Yes.
Well, now you could know what the original rules are, and you could take them back.
I mean, for one thing, Mao texts read right to left.
You can go back and just be...
You fucking... So the Maos are all fucking weeaboos.
I didn't... Okay, hold...
Nito is a cat girl in truest form.
No!
Yeah.
All right, well, if you're going to be a weeb about
it's still words. It doesn't... It's not
you can
just...
you can take the book back and just be like, well, guys, I read the original, and this is what they really been.
Darius, this could be a huge discovery for all of Mao.
The spark teaches us that the path of inspiration, well, the spark doesn't have words, but those who follow the spark of creations, I'm going to ignore that.
Wait, no, don't ignore that. The spark, had words at some point.
It was less words, and it was more. Well, initially, the spark of creation itself was based off a very literal concept. Before the Astral Sea was as you see it, it was a massive city.
Oh.
that city had at the center of it a sort of engine of creation, that spark. During a conflict, that spark was destroyed. The city cracked and broke apart and turned into the Astral Sea, and then time went by and things are now as they are.
Darius looks skeptical.
That I am feeling of many complex things right now. Skeptical, I don't think sums it up.
I am just reading the expression on their face.
I will say this. Darius?
Yes.
You are a Mao. I think they're the ones who kept some of the old traditions. You are... I'm assuming you'd be on your Far Wander, perhaps?
Yes.
See, he knows what the Far Wander is.
Now, the premise...
So does a vast majority of the people on my planet.
The base of the Far Wander was actually a very similar concept to something that once existed on my world, where at one point the gods used to call to people to go on an adventure and explore the world. In search of inspiration, in search of adventure, and in search of, well, a chronicle for their own adventures that they would eventually offer to the gods.
I love having my culture and my religion mouse-blamed to me. It's great.
But the Far Wander...
I didn't say that.
I love that it's called... I love that you called it mouse-plain,
Yes.
as if, like,
Mouse-plain.
not... as if she were a Mao.
But the
That's a
Far
fair point.
Wander serves a similar purpose to that. However, instead of offering something to the gods, the idea is that from that conflict that my friends had at the spark of creation, at that central hub, embers of that engine, the engine for creation, remain in the universe that Amerlin and my friends never found. The Far Wander is meant to find those. It's said that when someone finds one, that they are able to make something out of it that is of immense quality, and that is quite honestly on the level of an artifact. Now,
Well, that's not what Darius says. Darius says that the Far Wander is to learn about new experiences. And I guess that technically counts, but that sounds a little bit more...
I believe that if go ahead.
To be fair, the traditions of my order are that the Far Wander is meant to be a journey of self-discovery and inspiration. It is pretty open-ended. If perchance I were to come across a shard of some great ancient magical relic that could potentially be forged into a powerful artifact, that would constitute something that would, be seen as a goal of a Far Wander. It's pretty open-ended.
Well, it doesn't sound open-ended from what she's saying.
No, I mean...
Yeah, that's a different tradition.
It's a different tradition. Times change.
It sounds like that there's a correct tradition.
Well, just because it's the old
Does it, Evie?
one,
Is that what it sounds like?
It sounds like she knows the guy.
just because it's an old
The guy?
tradition,
The guy.
I feel the need to just clarify, just because it is an old tradition doesn't make it the right version of it. The right version of it is
That's
whatever...
true.
Let's be honest, it's religion. The right version of it is whatever gives you the most personal fulfillment from it.
Interesting. But there are still so many rules. Now I'm just saying shit to make Matt go.
Theology was never my strong suit. When the gods actively take a point in your life, it tends to give you a little bit of a skewed idea of how they act. And from my understanding now, the gods these days have a much more relaxed role in people's lives.
As a sidebar, that's why my order enjoys centering our beliefs around a divine force that doesn't seem to have sentience.
Interesting.
It doesn't tell us to do things. It just provides an example philosophically.
It can't disappoint you.
Well,
Only
My
we can
god,
disappoint ourselves.
my god, Magoobliet has never disappointed me in battle.
Do you know
I've never met-
Magoobliet too?
I've never met Magoobliet. I've heard he's quite fun. Oh, I think Zolom had a few run-ins with them.
We should have
We
followed
have
him
the
and
best.
party with
Yes,
him.
a friend of mine.
Interesting.
I love that Rash's god is the party god.
Magoobliet's crazy. He's a good guy, though. Heart of gold.
Literally?
Like, literally?
Bathroom real quick.
That
I
seems
think-
very inconvenient.
I think he would enjoy it if it was the case, but I don't know. Anyway, I feel as though I've kept you all from your travels for some time.
I mean, it's been
Oh,
like
this was
12 minutes.
This was a lovely stop.
Yes, well,
You have a beautiful home.
thank you.
Out of curiosity, I didn't necessarily see a sign because there are people on in my order who are more historically interested in the origins of the various different traditions revolving around the Spark of Creation. I'm sure some of them would be very interested to speak with you. Does your shop have a name?
Yes, the Bow and Bow.
Yes, thank you. I forgot.
Yes.
Darius writes that down, and we'll probably include that in like ascending to the homeworld because there are like Darius is not interested really in the history of the traditions. He is all about moving forward and stuff, but there are many people at the monastery who probably would be interested. So,
Well, I mean, if you ever find yourself at the steps of fate, that is where the origin of the Sparks of Creation, the one who wrote the guidebook that you hold in your hands, makes their home currently.
cool. What's that? Is that a blue cube?
Yes, that's 100 gold if you'd like to pull from it.
I do not. I am saving for more diamonds.
Rash goes back to the ship and
I'd asked if you have any, but I don't have
Wait,
enough gold to pay for
I
another
have
one.
an
So.
idea. And she will put in her last hundo gold and then use a devil's luck point.
Oh,
All right,
how
Rose,
mechanically does that work?
pick a number between 1 and 100.
100.
You reach into the bag,
And it's gonna be
Can't
sorry
believe
she
you
missed
came to
this.
the bathroom for this.
and as Luna
Could have held for 6 minutes.
pulls it out, you begin to see the top of a hat? No, it's not a hat. It's a helmet?
Describe it.
It is a helmet that has like a little like mini like witch's hat tied to like the top of it.
Magic helmet.
Cute.
Does it do the same thing, Will?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this is something very different. I got I got a new table for this one.
Okay.
This is a helmet of translocation.
Oh. Magic Atom time.
As a move action on your turn, you can swap the position of yourself and another creature. That's it. If the creature is unwilling, they get to make a save against your spell save DC. If you don't have a spell save DC, it's 10 plus your level.
Okay. I don't have
Sorry
a
about that.
Wait.
Who wants to describe
you
to
do-
McKenna
you
what
would.
just happened?
Oh
Oh,
no.
I do have spell save DC. It's 16.
Oh man.
Evie died again.
Evie wasn't looking. Luna tossed another 100 gold into the machine and used a devil's luck point
I
and
picked
got-
the worst time.
and got a helmet with a little witch's hat on top of it. That is the helmet of translocation. So as a move action, I can swap places with somebody on the battlefield. Or I guess
Did
in
you
general.
roll another
I'm gonna try it on
100?
Evie.
Oh,
Do I swap places with Evie?
Evie, are you willing?
No, she used the devil's luck point, so she didn't have to roll.
I didn't have to roll.
Please
She's
tell me that.
already
Bill said
used
pick a
one.
number between 1 and 100.
Please tell me to use the swapping magic. She has
Three-fingered
to
paw.
clap her hands together.
No, I'm not going to Jujutsu Kaisen it.
Woogie woogie.
Okay, I use it on Evie.
Evie, are you willing?
Is Evie
creature?
willing?
I have no idea what's going on.
Do you
Evie,
trust me?
You
I
get,
am an unsuspecting creature.
You get like a prompt in front of you. Like, do you consent to the effects of a magical item
What are the effects?
cast by Luna?
Yes.
And then you
We swap places.
swap places.
What a simp.
Oh, that was
Wow.
weird. How did that happen? What? When did you get that?
Just now.
Yeah, you turned your eyes the other direction, and there went 100 gold, and one of the dots
That
is
is
gone, I think.
That is actually potentially a very good item for someone who's sworn to protect someone. That is actually really cool.
Oh. Okay, that's good. Also scary, but good.
Yeah.
Is one of the marks missing
Yep.
from the back of her hand?
Yeah,
Oh.
one step closer to the consequences of that decision.
Yep.
My body picked the worst
Immediately,
time to betray
almost-
me. I am so
What
bad.
would a bunny tiefling look like?
A beefling.
Wouldn't it be bunfling?
No, it's a beefling.
It's beefling.
Where's the E coming from?
Wouldn't a
Tiefling.
Tiefling.
No, but
It's
Yes.
tiefling with a B.
Wouldn't a
Beef
you're
Tiefling
just
is
taking
for
the B.
bunny.
Would it
Beefling.
be
Tiefling is for bunny.
to me,
Wouldn't it be
Beefling
like
is for
bifling?
tiefling.
to me, beefling just sounds like a child.
I mean, it could be a
I guess-
bunling.
If it were,
I like
listen, if
beefling.
you were going to go with rabbit, it could be reefling.
Oh boy.
Sorry, this is what you don't.
No.
You don't do this with a reef. You do this with a reef.
Oh boy.
I know all about reefer.
Her little bunny tail becomes a little devil tail.
Or it just gets a little scorched on the end, like burnt cotton.
Oh, that's not fun. I have a blanket that got a little singed in the dryer, and it's not a pleasant feeling.
Oh.
It's an
Will,
interesting.
are there any like immediate noticeable effects?
Nope. Just one of the
Okay.
dots is missing.
Just one of the dots is missing.
Just one of the dots
Okay.
is missing.
One step closer
Hold
to that
on, do I
big
have-
X.
I have spells
And
against undead. I don't have anything.
Honestly, knowing Rose, I don't know if the negative effects of this item will ever come into play, but we'll find out.
You don't think she's about to use all of those in like
That's
the
not
next
what he said.
3
Oh,
weeks?
item.
that's
The
not what I
item.
said.
The item.
There's negative effects for the item that she just got?
For the
The
helmet?
helmet?
No, for the dots.
Oh, you said
okay.
items. That's
Yeah,
what I
so
said.
maybe-
We'll
Oh.
see.
You
I
did say
mean, I
item.
think it counts as
Oh,
an
my
item.
guess is there's some kind of roll at the end, and with my luck, I'll make it.
No,
Maybe.
nothing.
No?
Nothing bad happens immediately upon using up all the luck points, and that's all I'll say.
I think your soul is going to be
Ominous.
forfeit if you use all of those. I'm going to level with ya.
Oh,
It just
so
might
it's-
not work
Maybe
for
he's
Luna
just a
because
very
Luna
nice devil who appreciated
reincarnates.
being let out, and there are no negative consequences.
Babe, it's a devil.
It might be worth looking into what
Yeah.
level the devil's from, because the different levels, I think, are interested in different things.
He seemed very nice.
Here's a lesson to be learned. Polite and nice aren't the same thing.
Says the insect who believes wholeheartedly in a hag.
Okay, well,
We're just coming for each other's throats
where
tonight.
is this hag
Jeez.
Oh
bigotry
my
coming from? What memories do you have that inform your irrational?
I'm going back
Oh
to
no,
the
that's
ship.
a rose. That's a
Well,
rose,
she
not a
raised
Luna.
you, and
Thank you for
are
your
kind
hospitality.
of unhinged.
I'll go back to the ship.
See, there's the difference. I am not polite, but I can be nice. Not necessarily
Can
in a
you?
polite way.
Ooh.
Oh,
Anyway,
I'm
I think
sorry,
The devil
is-
was perfectly
Is
fine.
everybody here awake and conscious and not left in a busted down temple when everybody but one person here, saving Rash was off, handling her own stuff.
See, a
She
nice
was
person wouldn't
bossing
bring that
elsewhere.
up.
I said
after
I'm sorry.
they've been attacked, after they've been
Oh boy.
besmirched.
Rash comes back from the ship after storing the vegetables, and she comes back with like one of the mock ices and
Aw.
gives it to the lich.
Oh, thank you. She drinks it. This is good.
And it's different. A polite person wouldn't have brought that up.
I would argue that both a nice and a polite
I'll
person.
send the glass back to you when I'm done with it.
Oh, don't worry about it.
I feel bad.
Trust me. Ample payment for these lovely strawberries. They are the best I've ever had. I don't know if I can go back.
Well, hand grown.
Well, thank you for all of this interesting information and plants and magical items and potential horrors of the infernal realm. This has been an auspicious interaction.
What a lovely start. You have a beautiful home.
Thank you. I worked very hard on it.
Say hi to the gods for us.
Yes, next
If you
time I'm
see 'em.
over at their place, I will.
Oh, I'll mention your name to Magubliat next time I am praying.
Oh, please do. I'd love to meet Magoobs.
Boy.
That sounds like it would be blasphemous coming out of my mouth, but it sounds normal coming out of your mouth, which is fascinating. Well, thank you for your hospitality.
Happy
But
to
we
give
should
it.
probably keep going.
You all return to the ship, and the remainder of your travel is quiet.
Will, I would like to.
How's the mood on the ship? Frosty?
Well, about 45 minutes after you all leave Rash, the glass reappears on the kitchen counter,
Aw.
and inside of it is like a little note that says, "So you don't have to go back to them. Enjoy," and there's some seeds.
Yeah. I was also gonna say, so Rash definitely carefully takes those seeds and plants them in her little like she's got like a couple like herb planters in the kitchen. But she with like a little like heat lamp and stuff, so she's got that set up in one
Little grow
I
corner.
also have seeds in my inventory. I didn't write down where they're from, but Luna will plant them.
Okay.
Oh no.
I know where those seeds
I know
are
where
from.
I know where they're
Yeah,
from.
I
Wait,
do
are
too.
they from the other plane?
Don't do
No.
it!
She
Don't
doesn't.
do it!
No,
Evie
they're,
pours acid on it.
No!
they're from the planet where we found those plants originally.
They're
Like,
from the planet that
on this
killed
plane,
other Luna.
on this plane, but the same plants.
Boy, am I getting some good praying in today.
Luna plants those seeds.
And
Cool.
Evie pours acid on it.
Oh, sad.
I am sorry,
Evie, look,
Luna.
I found these seeds. I can be like Crash and plant seeds.
Well, what if
I learned it from watching you.
Oh, that
we
will help them grow.
plant
Good job.
some of the seeds that Rash got in also?
Okay.
Um,
I like to think that Evie just like behind Luna's back just pours it, tosses them out, and plants Rash's seeds in there. It's like, you did such a good job, Luna.
Exactly that. And then takes like the leftover dirt and like throws it in the incinerator.
amazing. Yeah, absolutely. I give some of the strawberry seeds to Evie on the sly.
Thank you.
I totally understand.
Luna friend.
Luna friend.
And then I also want to take one of the packs of the vegetables, and I want to de-seed some of those and plant those in the planters as well.
You're able to do that.
Fuck yes. Start my own little freedom
Little garden.
garden
That's
in the
fair.
kitchen.
Luna friend.
Well, friend.
We are approaching. And the moon is now within range of the scanners. As the ship scans the moon, it does not have any planetary that's no moon. That's a space station.
Dun dun dun.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then that's
Okay.
the wrong place because we needed to go to a moon.
Oh no, it's a moon.
180.
But it's
I think it's a Luna lab.
yeah, it's
Ah,
a moon. That's no moon. That's a space station.
a Luna Lab.
But thank you all so much for coming to tonight's
Thank you.
episode of The Astral Calling. Join us next week as we delve into Luna Lab 102.
Luna Land. We're going to Luna Land.
Luna Land.
I'm
And
very excited for this.
I'm gonna
Oh,
get a
boy.
commemorative cup.
it's
Yep.
going to be a good time.
Can you imagine
I'm gonna
if there was
tie a
Luna
balloon to
theme
Luna
park?
so we don't lose her.
What?
Oh, I said, what if there was a theme park called Luna Land and we do get a commemorative souvenir?
I would love that. I would absolutely.
Are you
love
excited
that.
for Luna Land chat? Join us next week and let's see what happens. So thank you all so much for coming to tonight's episode of The Astral Calling. Don't forget to check out those many other shows here on the channel, like Salt and Sorcery tomorrow, like Sunhaven Sunday, Strength of Thousands on Monday, Baldur's Gate on Tuesday, Wednesday, Wild Ambition, Friday, Astral Calling. Otherwise, we'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Space, space, space.